Welcome to today's video. I will start by talking about the war in Ukraine. I will not talk about it that much because I think it's hard to, include that in a space where you should feel safe. And it's hard to say, the right things, and I don't want to step on any toes. I don't want to do something that, I stand with Ukraine, and I hope that you know that. And I have donated money to Red Cross organization because they are down there helping. I will just acknowledge it, that it's happening and it's horrible and frightening, and I hope that it will be peace soon. Yeah. So it's impossible to move from that subject to today's video subject, but I will do that anyway, and we are going to talk about crafts today, which is I feel so privileged to be able to make all these things, and that this is my everyday life, that I get to make things with my hands and feel safe in my home. This is Crafty February. My name is Anna, if you don't know me. I do these kinds of videos once a month where I talk about last month's crafty endeavors, and I had, quite a good month craft-wise, but I didn't finish as much as I finished in December. When I talked about my January and December wrap-ups in crafts, I had a ton of things that I finished, but I don't think I only have like one thing that I finished. But I have been crafting a lot, and it is crafts that take a long time, and I'm really happy about that. I don't really care about finishing things quickly because I think it's the doing that's most important to me, and I, of course, I make my own clothes, so I have to finish some things sometimes, but I don't have any stress or anxiety about it right now. I have pretty good base wardrobe, and I have some things that I want to do in the spring and for summer and such, but we'll get there. So I have some coffee, and I thought that I might talk about what I'm wearing first of all. I am wearing let's see here, the Tulip sweater by Melody Hoffman, and it's knit in Sork from Gotland's Ullspinneri, and it's really, fluffy, and it looks like mohair, but it's not, and I love it. This was actually finished in January, I think, so it's not, I haven't got it for that long, but it's really warm. Like really warm, so I don't think that I will be wearing it so much until fall. But I thought that today is actually like sunny and blue skies and everything, and you think that it's gonna be warm when you open the balcony door, but it's freezing. So I thought that I might have my coffee on my balcony today, but I couldn't because it was so cold, and it was like windy as well, so another day. Yes, that's what I'm wearing, and of course one of my black linen dresses, which I have a few, so I can, rotate them. Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing. I will jump straight into the finished object because it's, it's not that much. Okay, so my finished objects are actually sold. All of them are sold, and it was the Woodland Collection 2, which is a collection of 4 hand-woven scarves that I made, and I released them on February 25th, which was this Friday, and I sold them all, which is really lovely and I'm very happy about that. That was my second release, or third actually. No, I'm gonna say second because the first one doesn't really count, because it wasn't like official. So, but this was my second release, and it's really, you know, it's very rewarding to make things that people want to buy and stuff, but it's also very, I get very anxious about it as well. So it's a good blend, you know. It's okay. But I'm really happy about that, and that was my 4 finished objects. I can put in some pictures here of the finished collection, and I'm very pleased with it. I love the colors, and I love the colors together, and I love the theme. I went with a Lord of the Rings theme because I was in a Lord of the Rings, you know, mania. You know, you get these kinds of, I go in depth in things. I have like 3 topics that I go in depth in from time to time. So it's Tolkien, and it's Harry Potter and folklore. So I have like periods of time that I, you know, very intensely read up upon and read the books or listen to the books or see the movies, and, you know, indulge in one of these topics, and then I, you know, it goes into another topic, and then you know, so it flows through the year. And I think it's like season based, because I always get an itch to read Tolkien in the beginning of the year, like January, February, right now. And then during the summer I get this mythology obsession, like almost every year. And then September, it's of course Harry Potter, so you can expect a Harry Potter release in the fall. And then during winter, like November, December, I get these fairy tale witches things obsession. So yeah, I track my interests over the year. That was my finished projects, and if we're going to go into the ongoing projects, it's a lot. It's actually the biggest section here. So I will start with the top one here, and this is actually a sewing project that I'm starting. I started last week. It's hard to see because it's just white. And white isn't my color, as you may know, but this is a shirt for my fall costume. My brother is getting his, you know, he has written a thesis, so he's having a party in 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, it's only 2 weeks. Yeah, I think I will finish this. But I thought that I would make a new shirt for my fall costume, because the one that I got now, it's from my grandma, and it's beautiful, but it's really worn right now. So I thought that I might try and make a new one. So this is linen fabric that I found in my stash. It's an old tablecloth, I think, but it's really beautiful, and it's white. So I just traced the old shirt and cut it out, and then I will sew it together. I thought that I might do everything by hand, but I don't know if I have the time actually, because I have a lot of work leading up to that point, and it is in like, it's not this weekend, it's Monday right now, so it's not this weekend, but it's the next. So that's nice though. If we continue on some sewing, this is really, you know, I know, it sounds weird with fabric. It is a, what do you say, cotton fabric, and it's black, and it looks like this. This is the March dress from Helen's Closet, her patterns, and yeah, when I first saw this pattern, I thought that it was not for me because the fit is quite large and flowy, and I don't like that on me because I want a accentuated waist because I got big boobs. So I thought that it was not for me, sadly, because I loved it. But then I saw a post from someone that I don't know on Instagram that made it, you know, with elasticated waist and, you know, a bit smaller in the fit and also a bit longer, which was really nice. So I have taken inspiration from that one, and I have made the sleeves. I have gathered the sleeves and I have gathered the waist, and I will put it in an elastic here. It's not quite finished yet, but I don't know if I want to make it longer, but my fabric is out, so I have to buy some more in that case. But otherwise I would just have the hem left. The hem and the elasticated waist. Yeah, and I also made this. It's in the original. It's like these flaps here. Just it's like a rounded neckline with a cut here. Yeah, I don't know what that's called in English, but I made it a tiny V-neck instead because I think that suits me better. So I'm very happy about that. I think that I will like this when it's done. It's not very typical for me to make one of these dresses, but I thought that it might be fun to try something else because I want to follow more sewing patterns this year. Okay, so the next one is a small project that is actually the base of it is finished. It's this pouch. I just knitted in the round. I cast on with a magical Judy's magical cast on, I think it's called, where it's no, you know, you don't have to stitch it in the bottom, and then you just knit in a round. But then I will fold it, I will wash it and felt it maybe a bit, and then I turn it inside out, and I have the wrong side of the stockinette facing outwards, so it would look like this. This is the one that I made in January, and I really love it. I really love the feeling of a knitted fabric and then kind of a thick knitted fabric, and then lined with some cotton fabric, and then a zipper. So I'm making a bigger one, and I think that I want to make an even bigger one next, and that will maybe be some color or something. But this is very soon finished. I just have to buy a zipper. Okay, so next one is Robin's Riddari, which is a Icelandic sweater in black loopy, and this is the yoke, and I'm very pleased with it, and he is as well. So I'm making the biggest size, which is wild. I'm like, no, not the biggest. I think it's next. It's not the largest one, but it's second to last. You know, it's almost the biggest one, which is wild because it's a little bit big on him, but he wants it to be like loose because he has one that is, you know, fits very well, but it's on the tighter side, and this is on the looser side, but it's the second to last biggest one, which is wild because he's not that big. He's, you know, he has the same chest circumference as me, so weird. But I finished the yoke and I started the body, and I have this for knitting and reading knitting because this is just stockinette now, so, and it's no hurry, you know. He wants it finished, of course, but it's not like, yeah, I'm not stressing. So this is beautiful, and I made some short rows in the back before I split for the sleeves. And as you see, it's more colors than the pattern called for, and I actually just took my stash yarns, my stash, and I just paired some colors up, and then I just went wild. So it's not like it doesn't follow the chart in the pattern. Well, it does, but not in the color directions. So, but I'm fine with that. And this is actually a project that I was finished with, and then I redid something on it because I didn't wear it, and I think it was because the sleeves was too long, and it was, you know, a bit too big. So this is my felted jacket, which is made out of which is made out of Ullcentrum 2-ply, and when I finished it, I knit it, and then I finished it, and then I threw it in the washing machine and washed it on like 30 minutes, 40 degrees, and it was like really cozy, and I loved it, but a bit too big actually. But I sewed the zipper on anyway because I didn't want to risk it to ruin it in the washer in the second time. But then I didn't wear it actually, so I thought that maybe I will try to do the felting again. So I just I just undid the zipper. It wasn't that hard, and then I washed it again for 30 minutes in 40 degrees, and it was fine. Now it's perfect in size, so it's very fluffy and soft and very thick. Oh, sorry, yeah, focus. Very thick, but also very gentle, and it's just warm. It's like a hug. But now I have to buy another zipper because the other one is too long. Yeah, but I'm very happy that I did that, because now I think I will wear it actually. It feels more like an outdoors spring jacket now, which is perfect because it's soon spring. Okay, so the last knitted thing that I'm knitting on right now, no, it's not. It's the second to last, but it's my Bohus sweater. And whoops, daisy, no, my stitch marker. Yeah, I will find it later. It's this Bohus knitting, and I have come maybe 1/3 through the color work, and this pattern is called Gran Dimma, and I love it. It's beautiful, but not so much news on that one. It just it's perfect in here right now in my basket. But it's really fun to knit on. I can't do it like all the time or anything, because it's very you have to concentrate, and you have to have good light, and you have to not watch something that you really want to watch every second of. So you have to pick your moments, but it's fine. I really love that project now, and I think it's gonna be fine to finish it before the wedding, because it's like 8 months away, so no biggie. I will wait with the last knitting project for later and continue on to spinning, because I am really into spinning right now and not the exercise form. I showed you this last time, I think, and now I have 2. So I have spun 1/3 of my wool that I bought for this project, and I love it. It's beautiful, and I think that I got it kind of similar to one another. It's a bit of a color difference, but I can't be bothered. It will be beautiful anyway, and I'm really excited to try to knit with this and try to swatch it and figure out the needle size, and then start a sweater. And it's gonna be a quite thin sweater, I think, because I think that it's gonna be like top 3mm needles, because it's really thin actually. This is the yarn. I'm really happy with how even it is, and how it's really easy to spin this kind of fiber. It's from Ullcentrum as well, so I'm very in love with that brand right now. And I actually yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I ordered some wool, and I think it's I think it was 600 grams in one ball of yarn, wool, and it was from Filtmakeriet. I'm very, very excited to try that one, and I also bought some unspun wool from them as well. Unspun wool? No? Yeah, unspun wool, like Nutiden or Platolopi. Very excited to try that brand. Yeah, this is beautiful, and I'm very excited. And I have spun one bobbin of the third one, and I'm thinking I might do. I think now I have like maybe 2 weeks on 100 grams of wool. I think that's kind of my pace. So we'll take maybe 2 months more to 2 or 3 months more to finish all the wool. But yeah, and then my next challenge for the one that I bought is to spin a bit thicker, to practice on making different kinds of yarn weights. So I'm very excited to spin a bit a bit thicker, so you can control it a bit more. That would be fun, because this is it's really my default yarn, if I'm talking in Andrea Mowry terms. And you should go look at her podcast. She releases an episode every Friday, and it's my best Friday tradition right now to sit down with a cup of coffee and spin and listen to her talk about knitting and spinning. It's really, really nice. Okay, so this is my biggest project right now. In terms of size, I have started to hand quilt this blanket, and I'm very new at this, but I love it. It's really fun, and I have 2 linen fabrics, one in the back and one in the quilting here in the front, and then in the middle I have a knitted felted wool fabric. So this is half of it, and it's double. And I think I have quilted like maybe 2/3 of it right now, and I have 2/3 left, but I'm really happy with how it turns out, and I think it's gonna be perfect for having it on the sofa or having it on the balcony to sit on. I'm very excited, but it's a bit bulky to sit with in the sofa, so I have to have like a dedicated time when I do that. So I'm gonna go quilt now. So I and listen to a podcast or something, because it takes a lot of concentration as well. But it's really fun, and I'm sewing with a linen thread, and it's magical. It's all natural materials in this project, which is my preference. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do a border around it. So I'm gonna do a border around this and use this as well. So yeah, that is my quilting update. I'm gonna have some coffee. I just heard that we just restocked on Let Loopy rust color today, which is amazing, and we haven't had that for forever, so it's nice. Okay, so the next project is something that I will pick up on after March. In April I will start this project again, and it's my next blanket for our apartment. And this is double. Yeah, it's very long. But this is the first section of our new blanket for our home, and it's It's made with 2-ply yarn, which is, you know, the warp. Do you say that? Yeah. The warp is made out of, you know, wool that I bought and yarn that I bought, and the weft is made out of. And I used some hand spun fiber for the weft, which is really nice to use. Actually, I'm very happy that I will be able to use my all my hand spun yarns. It's really nice. This is the first one, and I think that I'm gonna make another that's lighter and one that's darker, and maybe one more that is in this color, like the light gray color, because I have a lot of yarn that is in that color, and it doesn't suit me. This is the lightest I can go with gray, otherwise it just washes me out, and I don't like that. So I will have 2 light gray ones and one almost white and one almost black section, and then sew them together. And then I will felt it afterwards. Okay, so my last project that I am working on right now is this beautiful green pine cone Swedish wool cardigan. Okay, so this is the body. I have separated for the sleeves, and I am currently working on the ribbing of the cardigan. And let's see here. So yeah, it looks like this so far. I'm thinking that I'm gonna have quite a long ribbing. I have made maybe 2 centimeters right now, so maybe 6 centimeters or 8 even. I have to try it on to see if it suits, if it's the perfect length for my dresses, you know. But then after that I'm gonna make I'm gonna knit the you know, button plackets. No, it's not button bands. Yeah, plackets are in sewing. So I'm gonna make the button bands after that, so I, you know, get a general idea how the body fits, and then I'm gonna make the sleeves. Because the sleeves, I'm very excited about this, but I'm also a bit anxious if I'm gonna like it or not. But the sleeves are gonna be, you know, a bit of a balloon sleeve, not enormous in any way, but you know, it's gonna be a balloon sleeve, which is not my, you know, sorry about the sun, which is not my usual cup of tea. But I actually tried on a sweater that was knitted with a balloon sleeve in this color, not in this yarn though, but one of my best friends, Susanne, she had made a sweater with a balloon sleeve that was green, and I tried it on and I loved it. So I'm gonna try it, and I'm hoping that because it's, you know, kind of tight fitted and short, that it's gonna feel okay with the balloon sleeves. Sorry about the aggressive sun here. Maybe if I do, no. You know, it's not the camera's fault, it's me that is in the wrong spot. Maybe this is okay. Yeah, you know, you get to see this part of me really well. I hope you like it. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this one quite soon, I think, because I'm almost finished with the body, and I love the color of it. It's the most magical green color, and it's actually Swedish wool, which is amazing. It's very soft. It's a bit rustic, you know, but it's very soft. Okay, so that's better. Yeah. I'll put the drapes down. Okay, so that is all that I'm working on, and it's, you know, it's a lot of projects. That's all my projects that I have ongoing right now, and it's a lot of projects, but I have, you know, it's a bit of a, you know, I don't know, I like it. I like to have a lot of projects ongoing, and I think that I really enjoy the diversity of projects and crafts that I do, so I'm very, yeah, you know, I'm not bothered by it. I have 3 cans for my making in the future, and it's 2 sewing projects and 1 spinning project. And the spinning project I already talked about. It's the wool from the field market, which is gonna be I don't know how much. I think 600 grams is enough for a sweater as well, because I bought 600 grams for my grey sweater that I'm currently working on the yarn for. So I think it's enough for a sweater, and that is amazing. So I'm thinking about that, and as I said before, I will try to spin that yarn a bit thicker. That will be exciting. And then I have a project for Robin as well. I have started making him shirts, as you may have seen on my channel before. But I actually made him a shirt for Christmas last year, not 2021 but 2020. And then I made 2 more shirts for him. And now I'm gonna make another shirt for him, and he bought some fabric for it. I'm very excited about this, because this is a beautiful color. It's mustard yellow, a linen fabric. I already washed it and ironed it, and it's ready to go. And it's beautiful, and I think it's gonna be very beautiful in him, because he suits very well in yellow, in this, you know, dark yellow, mustard yellow. So I'm very excited to get started on this one. I don't have the greatest motivation to sew right now though. I don't know why, because, you know, springtime, you should be feeling up to sew new spring clothes. But I don't work like that, actually. I have like almost all my clothes all year round, like my type of clothes. And I have a lot of skirts, which is what I usually wear in summer and in spring, a lot more, and then I wear the dresses in autumn and winter. But yeah, this is a really beautiful spring color that I think will look very nice on him. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna cut the pattern out soon. And the last thing that I have in my mind is that I'm gonna make another black dress for myself, because, you know, when you wear them almost every day, which I do, you have to have some of them, you know, so you can switch between, so you don't wear the same every day, of course, because you wouldn't want that. I have like 3 dresses that I wear to the yarn store when I work there, and the bookstore and stuff, when I go to meetings and stuff, when I have to look presentable, when I have to look my best, you know. And then I have maybe 1 or maybe 2 dresses that I wear like more every day when I'm working at home and stuff. So I have a few different ones, and I have mostly black dresses, and then I have some that are green and rust colored and beige. I have a blue one, you know. So I have a few that I can change between, which is nice. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and I will see you next time.